sick.
So
In
episode
hopes that
two,
it doesn't
right?
happen.
Yeah, episode two.
Bro restarted it.
No, I didn't restart it, but
It crashed.
no, the fucking OBS was doing the dumb shit with the audio again.
Oh, yay. I got something we can talk about.
What?
Why the fuck is OBS the best streaming software to use, recording software to use, and it's that fucking dog shit?
I don't get why it just defaults my settings half the time.
That's
Like,
what I
bro,
mean.
I have one input device. I I literally only have one way to input audio. That's it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's this right here.
yeah.
For
It's not
whatever
even a
reason,
mic on the headphones.
well, I have the mic turned off.
Wait, but it's not even on there.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, well, I
There's a
can't
mic.
see it.
It's not like
I got one. Whoop.
yeah, it's not like that.
This is my house call mic right here, big dog. I'll pull that down. I mean business.
Thank you for calling Papa John's. How can I help you? No.
Thanks for calling Shitty Boys Entertainment. How can I help you today? Well, my customer service on point. But no, for real, like, why is OBS just so fucking stupid, bro? Like, it's everybody like every other day that's like this messed up, that messed up. How fix?
Yeah.
Which it's actually been a while since somebody has hit me up because I just show them how to do it, so then they know how to do it next time. But like even like Skinner doesn't use OBS anymore; he uses Streamlabs. I don't know why his PC just hates OBS, but who owns Streamlabs? OBS, so it's the same thing. Don't understand why it just doesn't like him. But it works better for him, and even that today has just been giving him shit. We spent the first like 40 minutes of my stream trying to fix his.
Hmm.
Which like it was part of it was just like his camera, which is like that's not an OBS issue or a Streamlabs issue. And as look, as much as I love helping people figure out OBS, sometimes I get tired of it. Can you just look it up?
You don't even have to look it up when you open OBS, right? The OBS tutorial. At the
There is an
top,
OBS tutorial.
at the top there is a help bar,
There is a help bar.
and you can literally you can join the Discord server, you can go to their website. There's a help portal. You can figure it out. I've actually gone to use that a handful of times.
Right. This motherfucker unfocused again. God damn it, brother. There we go.
Dude, I don't
No, that's like part of why I just started just telling people how to do it. Like, look, just stream your screen to me on Discord. Show me what it's doing, what you're trying to do, and I'll walk you through it.
yeah. I
And
don't
there's still a bunch of shit that I don't even know. So it's not that I know more or that they know less. It's just fucking OBS is just ridiculous with their settings.
as long as you I mean cuz I still have well, I've only had like the bare bones shit that is necessary for
Mm-hmm.
just the stream and oh
My biggest thing has been and always will be if you use OBS, open the stats, not your Twitch stats or your YouTube stats, like whatever the hell you stream on. Don't open that. That doesn't really matter. Open the actual OBS stats. Y'all can't see it on his stream, but you can see it on mine. Open this because this tells me which all the frames I've missed because of rendering lag is from downloading shit in BeamNG. But see, you see, I dropped 119 from my network. That is like your best friend right there, and that's not where I wanted it. It's your best friend, always will be.
it also when you're recording, it tells you how many hours of recording that you can do before your
Before it,
disc is completely full,
yeah, yeah, it
which is
does.
kind of nice. And this is assuming that it's just gonna fucking fill up everything. Like
Right.
every open space that you have it's gonna fill
It
up.
tells me disk space available is 30 gigs. So I mean, if you think about it, that's a lot to record.
I have
That is a lot.
173 gigs, which is 156 hours.
I think it's because my recordings are being saved to like probably to my C drive
Yeah.
because I reset. I had to reinstall OBS at some point, and I don't record. So yeah, it's going to my C drive, which my C drive is dedicated to Windows only and like small programs like OBS, which is why I defaulted C drive.
And you don't record either, so
No, I don't.
well you clip, but
Yeah, but I do that with my Stream Deck,
yeah.
and I don't do it through OBS. I do it through like Twitch clips.
Mm.
Now I deleted Metal off my PC because that was just too much of a hassle anyway. There's always something with that. I got tired of it. Got tired of it.
I think I need another tattoo.
No,
I think I do.
no.
I need to go get my car fixed first.
Yeah, you should. You should. Speaking of cars, Charles got a new car.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a Mitsubishi. It's not a Mitsubishi. It's a Mitsubishi. It's a Mitsu. He got a Mitsubishi Mirage. And have you ever seen those?
Yeah.
Like, look, I'm happy for him because it's a 2024. They bought it with 12 miles on it. So he has literally put like every mile on that car since he's got it. But this thing is so small, bro. He has, you know how
Yeah.
tall he is.
Yeah.
He might be a little taller than you, but no, he's got the seat so far back that he can't put his arm out the window because he's just hitting the fucking center post, bro. So he's in the car like if this is the fucking like the center post is like right here, you know what I'm saying? And then he's got the window here. He's just sitting there like this because he can't put his whole arm out there, or he's got to
his
like
hand hanging out.
yeah, he's just got his wrist hanging out, bro. A tiny ass car, bro.
Dude.
You know it's bad when I get in his car and his tall ass has the seat all the way back in like every car that he fuck. Like if he drives my car and I get back in it, I got to move the seat forward.
Mm-hmm.
And my car's not tiny like that. But you know it's bad when I get in his car and I don't have to move anything. Like that motherfucker has it as far back as it can go. This man's in there just. Y'all ready? He's still in this motherfucker like it is.
with
Y'all ready? Let's go. Bro, so I was over there fucking putting like brakes on the truck, which I ended up not deciding not to get because it's gonna be way too much to deal with. I'm gonna spend way more money than I'm gonna pay for it. Either way, right? I was over there helping him put the brakes on it, which that was a whole nother ordeal. And the whole time I'm like, bro, you don't have a Mitsu. You have a Mitsu.
Mitsu.
This motherfucker, bro. It is so. Guess how much horsepower it has,
75. No.
dude. You are fucking dumb close,
Are
bro.
you
It's
serious?
got yes, it's got 85 horsepower.
Are you serious? What the fuck?
85, bro. I could walk faster than that car. So I drove at the AutoZone. I drove at the AutoZone and I was like, boy, let me see what this motherfucker talking about. I pedaled to the floor. This motherfucker said. I was like, bro, my car's got a better takeoff in reverse. Granted, I don't have an 85 horsepower car, but like,
85 horsepower is crazy though.
man. And I'm glad he understands that like we're just that good of friends. Like another one of my brothers that we can just talk to each other like that. Because I'm not meaning to hate on this man's car because I'm happy for him and it is a nice car and it's brand new. But holy fuck, bro. I said, bro, these motherfuckers are sitting around the table talking about what kind of car can we make now? Somebody sneezed and that's what came out. Now, if only it was green, bro.
I'm driving around in a
Fucking-
booger.
Bro, yeah, a little black booger, bro. Like, you ever done them like real dirty jobs where it's like covered in dust and shit, and you get done, you got a boogie in your nose,
You
and it's
gotta
just
blow
covered in fucking dirt, bro. That's what it looks like. You put some wheels on that motherfucker and turn it on, boy.
That's fucked up, man.
Bro, I'm honestly convinced. I'm honestly convinced that like you could just squat down and pick this car up.
Oh, I'm sure you could. I know this. I know
Yeah.
smart cars. You literally two dudes fucking can flip one of them bitches.
Oh yeah.
Easy. Honestly, one
Hey,
big
bro,
dude
what?
could probably flip it.
I said we should just engine swap that motherfucker.
Bro, you'd be cutting a frame just to fucking fit something else in.
Right. Nah, you can fit a lawnmower motor in that
You're going to
motherfucker.
it'd probably go
That's already
faster.
what's in it. Yeah, them self-propelled lawnmowers, bro, where you got the extra lever on the bottom. Yeah, that motherfucker goes faster. I've seen motherfuckers put a weed eater motor on a fucking bicycle and go faster, bro. But but nah, look. So the whole reason that he even did it is because the Malibu that he had, he fucking got outside and turned it on. I think he was going to work or taking his wife to work or something. I don't even fucking know, dude. But it just wouldn't fucking start. He did everything, tried to jump it, all that shit, and it just still wouldn't fucking start. So he's like, whatever, fuck it. I guess something that finally just shit out, you know? Like fuel pump died or something, because fuck it. So he's like, I'm just gonna go buy a new car. Which they were planning on doing anyway, so I guess it was just perfect timing anyway, you know? So yeah, they went ahead and got that. And then he came and picked me up and then went to his house. And he was like, I wonder. He got in the fucking car. He was like, look, it won't even fucking start, bro. Motherfucker started right up. He's like, too late. It's gone. I'm already selling it. I don't care.
At least he can tell the
Whether it
next
starts or
buyer.
not.
He can tell the next buyer, like, yeah, it starts
Oh yeah, it runs and drives when I parked it.
when I parked it.
When I parked it. 2,500. I know what I got. Looking ass. Nah. No, when we were working on that truck, I was just taking everything. Dude, brake jobs should not take you like 5 hours. That's how much of a pain in the fucking ass it was just to get the fucking pads on there, dude, because everything's so fucking rusty and shit.
Damn.
And it really needs new rotors too, but we finally got these bitches on, bled the brakes, put more brake fluid in it. I back it out the driveway. It stops fine because I had to stop to let him move his car, move his Mitsu. And then, I cut it to the right, cut it to the left to go to like other dead end street right there because it's literally just like you get out of his driveway and you just zigzag over to another dead end street.
Yeah.
I had to pedal to the floorboard to stop that motherfucker. I was like, what the fuck, bro? I'm like, well, maybe it's just fucking working itself out. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a second because it has been sitting for a while. We did just put new brakes on it, bled it, put new fluid in it. It's probably not ran all the way through or some shit. I don't know, dude. So I bust the right, go down the street, turn right on another street. It stops perfectly fine. I go around the curve, take a left. It almost doesn't stop. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? And then
There's definitely air in the line. That's what it sounds like.
we bled them motherfuckers 3 times. But yeah, took that left, gave it a little gas. It stopped perfectly fine. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, maybe it worked itself out. We get back to his house. Like literally we just did a circle, right? Like
Yeah. Just whip the
yeah,
block real
literally
quick.
yeah, literally just around the block, right? And then straight back to his house. Pedal to the floorboard again to stop. Like I almost didn't stop the truck and I would have fucked his little car up, dude.
There might be a crack in the line.
Could be, and it's leaking. I did not want to open Epic. Go away. Yeah, but I just took it all as a sign. I'm like, bro, I couldn't even get the steering wheel off. I found out that it's not even the steering wheel that's fucked up. It's the entire steering column. I need to put new rotors on this motherfucker all the way around. I can see the wear on all the tires. It needs it bad. Rotors are old. It needs new brake calipers instead of just pads.
Yeah.
Like fuck that, bro. And if the brakes are doing that, then there's something wrong with the brake lines. Like, bro, I'm not even no. Just save my money.
It's a lot, dude.
Yeah, it's a lot. I was taking everything as sounds like, well, I hate to break it to you, but I just yeah. After all that, bro, I don't even think I want it. He's like, fuck it, I'll just junk it. And I'm like, bro, somebody will probably pay you more than what I was offering you. Truthfully.
I mean, if they, even if they pay and you just label it, he labels it as like, hey, this does needs a lot of work. You know, somebody out there has got the
Somebody.
money to dump into it because it'd be a nice
Somebody
truck
out
if
there
you
for
could fix
sure.
it.
Mm-hmm. It's just gonna need a lot of work, a lot of fucking and then not only that, bro, but like look, you fix the you put a new gas tank on it because it has a hole in it. You put all new rotors. Gas tank you can get for $130 online. Rotors are $100 a piece for my wife's car, so I can only imagine for that truck they're a little more than that. So there's four, five, almost $600. You fix the steering column, whatever that's wrong with. Let's just say that's another 150, whatever it is. That's just being generous because it could be more.
Yeah.
You've almost paid $1,000, and then you fix the fucking brake lines, which really ain't that bad. That's just a lot of work,
Really just depends on like how much those brake lines fucked up.
right? But then look, you get done with that. It's an old truck. It's a V8. It's something else is gonna break the moment you do that.
The motor's perfect though. I mean, it's loud, but it's probably an exhaust
Yeah.
thing.
No, that's actually the motor.
Oh.
It's actually just that motor.
Mm. Mm.
Surprisingly enough, yeah, it's I don't know how it's just the motor, but I mean it is a 5.4. It is fucking loud as shit.
Yeah.
Because when you're under that motherfucker and it's on, you can tell it's not an exhaust leak. Now I'm sure it might have one, considering how rusty the bottom is, but you know,
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
yeah, I was just like, fuck it, dude. It's not even worth the money, dude. Which kind of upsetting. Like I did want it because I do want a truck, but it is what it is, bro. I just go buy one that's
I'm gonna look
not
in.
that fucked up.
I'm gonna look into trading in this car once I pay a little bit off on it. Cause
I wouldn't blame you.
technically I own it because I got a loan and they paid the dealership and there's
You owe the bank, yeah,
yeah or the credit place
yeah,
that I got the loan
yeah.
from. But dude, I just we'll see how much it costs to fix it because there's only 60,000 miles on it, dude. There's still like a lot of life
Yeah.
left into it.
A lot of life. I need to start looking soon because the more and more I drive my car, bro, the worse it gets.
Yeah, and you're not gonna want to fucking have to walk to work.
I, fuck that. I'll just take the wife to work and take her car, and somebody can drop her off. She works down the street. I
You,
work across town.
you can always get that scooter fixed.
I am, but that
I
thing
mean,
is so
not during
old,
the
dude.
winter.
That's yeah. But that thing's so old it needs maintenance like all the fucking time, dude.
Yeah.
I would almost spend more money keeping that thing running than I would just getting another car, you know.
Yeah, and you'd only be
If
able
I
to really
did it
ride
for
it
that.
during the summer.
Yeah, and that's if I did it for that long, you know. Honestly, I was kind of thinking about that first place that me and you went.
A little Mazda
'Cause
place?
no, it was Toyota on Shelbyville Road.
The one
Remember, I
next,
was
it
I was
was
looking
next
at
to
that
another
white.
dealership.
Yeah, it was next to Mazda, but we were looking at Toyota.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if the motherfuckers got another nice little deal like they did on that white Tacoma, bro.
Either that or that little hatchback, because that was my next option.
Yeah, that or the white Camry that I seen.
Yeah.
because I do actually want that. Like that is like, and I mean want as in like a car that I know is going to be good, can
Yeah.
last, it's reasonable, it can haul whatever I need to haul, as in like groceries and fucking friends, whatever, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and not be an old ass car. But like also that truck could too, which we already know by this point that truck's probably gone. But
Oh,
even then, bro, that was like a steal. It was like what was it like 70,000 miles and it was like 13,000 or some shit. Granted, it was
um,
like a white base model. Like usually you would use that for like part of your work fleet trucks, you know?
yeah, it was. I mean, it was very basic, but it.
Yeah,
I mean,
which I don't even
it was a good
give a
truck
fuck
though.
about. I don't even give a fuck about that.
Let's see if I
I
can
doubt it's
find it
even
because
still there.
I had a bunch of
Yeah,
I took a bunch of those photos.
you did take a photo of it, didn't you?
I may have deleted it though. I don't know.
That's what it was. It was fucking Oxmoor Toyota, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was like really close. Yeah, I think I deleted them.
Either way, it would have been a nice truck.
Mm-hmm. It would have. It makes me kind of wish I would have like tried for one of those first. But
Yeah,
at the same time, it's like, it's whatever.
I'm only saying that just because like it's like a before they're a used car lot, they're a new car lot, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I would trust that more than like the place that we went to. But a lot of people get cars from where you went, so like it's not that it's you know it's whatever. Yeah, see, they got the one I want, bro. For fucking no, it's not the one I want. It's got the same back end. Either way, that's probably what I'll do anyway. Not specifically them, but like a place like that that sells new cars. Not my job, that's for sure.
Nah, nah.
I wouldn't trust my company to sell me a used car. Because the thing is we don't sell used cars. We have a company outside of our lot that's like right, like it's in our lot. It is us. We do own it, but it is not our name that sells the used
Yeah.
cars. So when you go to Bill Collins, you don't buy a used car from Bill Collins. You buy a used car from CarForce,
Mm-hmm.
which is owned by Bill Collins, but it's not like going to a Ford dealership and they're like, "Yeah, our used lot's over there." No, it's like pulling up and they're like, "Yeah, we don't have a used lot, but you can go check CarForce up there. They sell all the used cars." And let's just say I've seen a lot of those used cars. No, thank you.
You know, I have been thinking about something that I wanted to talk about, and I put it on the back burner.
You
But
start letting shit simmer, buddy.
no, it's not that. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like. I mean, I guess it does personally affect me, but the general topic is parenting,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna have to wait. Um, when you have a kid, as a parent, you try to do the best that you can, right? Or you're supposed to.
Yeah, I was about to say, not everybody does.
Yeah, you're supposed to, right? But I'm like kind of tired of seeing people do the minimum and say this is the best that I can do. You know what I mean? And settle for that, right? Like,
For the people that can do more than the minimum. Yeah.
yeah, it's like you know you can do more and you choose not to.
They don't care to. Which, if that's the case, just don't have a fucking kid.
Well, I mean,
But
I'm kind of referencing the people that have unplanned children, because like if they're planned, obviously, you're probably gonna not be in this particular category of parents.
I mean, okay, like I'm not obviously we're saying it's not everybody, but like I was planned, but my brother was not. And look at what my mom did, you know? She's
Yeah,
like, well, shit, I got pregnant. I got to do what I got to do.
yeah.
She gave way more than her minimum, beyond her maximum, even considering, he didn't even, his dad died when he was young. But obviously, we're not talking about everybody.
Yeah, I think, and like that's kind of a good example of like the single parent doing the most.
Yeah.
And it's like when you have two parents in the home and they or one of them or both of them or however decide to put themselves first before their children, like that's kind of the thing that like really
Yeah,
gets me.
nah. At that point, your children come first. I don't give a fuck what you say.
And it really sucks. It even sucks to talk about this because like I can't see my kids every day.
Right, but at the same time, you do everything you can. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing the minimum. You're doing more than somebody else is probably doing in your position. Let's be honest.
I mean, yeah, probably, but
I'm sure there's somebody probably in the same place that you are right now that doesn't have their kids with them, and they're not. Let's talk about the money. Fuck it. They're not even giving half of the amount of money that you give.
yeah.
And I mean that obviously it's like case to case scenario because it could just be like the other party doesn't need it as much, but it could also be that he's just a dickhead and that's all he wants to give. And let's say they're in the same exact situation as you, right? Like they're getting that extra money for the kids and not even giving them that much.
And see, that's a piece of shit. I'll straight up say
You
that.
see, yeah, see what I'm saying? Like,
To do the
I mean,
minimum is one thing, but then to do nothing at all, that's like true
right.
shit baggery right there.
But I mean, like, I don't know exactly. You've said it to me a bunch of times, but I don't know exactly how much you give every month. But let's just say every week you're throwing $300-400 at her, or fucking whatever. Let's just say you're giving her at least 1,000 a month, and the other guy's in the same exact situation, only giving her $200 a month.
Yeah, that's
Like the
insane.
fuck is, bro? That's less than the minimum. I'm gonna be honest, because you get the funds from your job to help you do that, right? And then you don't do it.
Yeah.
But like, come on, dog, you could do more. So I mean, I wouldn't even really look at like. I mean, it does suck that you can't see your kids every day, but I mean, at the same time, you're doing probably more than you feel like you're doing.
I mean, yeah, probably because I do have a tendency to like see what I'm doing and like not think that it's enough. And like in my
Yeah.
mind, I think that'll always be the case. It's like you're never doing enough.
Well, I mean, a lot of people do anyway.
But it's also the fact of like I see people raise kids the way that they were raised, and in some cases that might be fine. But if you grew up like I did, then that's like no. Like that's like no, like
Yeah.
absolutely not, right? Like
I mean, kind of leaving your parent to raise your kids,
yeah, you know? Like that's fucked up.
which honestly, I know you obviously you never would and you haven't, but that is the last thing I would let you do. I mean, if it was to a point where like you literally couldn't do it, like you physically couldn't do it, that they would come to me before they would go to your parents.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Uh uh.
At least speaking on like past, because I know your mother's been doing a lot better. She's been taking care of herself a lot more.
Yeah, I mean it's been different now that
She's
she's moved in with my grandmother, but like that therein lies an issue too, right? Is like my family has always had a problem with codependency. And it's like
right.
and this kind of like rounds it back to, doing the minimum for your kids. Even after your kids are grown, like you still live for your kids. So you still want
Yeah,
to do the best that you can in order to be able to be that net for them.
right.
And I mean, yeah, like ultimately it's your life. So however much you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. But
I mean, like,
when you have kids involved, it's like fuck, okay, now I got to do like this little bit extra because I would rather be a good person and a good parent.
right.
It's
I
not just
mean,
me
do
that I'm
you
living for anymore.
do you really ever stop raising them? You know what I mean?
No, you don't.
Because I mean, like, how old were you when you had the first one? What, 20, 25,
20
26?
No, I was 21. No, no,
Damn,
no,
she
no,
is that
no.
old. Like, you're like 23,
I was 22
22, 20,
yeah,
yeah, something like
22
that.
going on 23.
Yeah, forget she's that old now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. 7 and 5, dude.
But look at how many fucking years, bro. 20, 22 years, right? 22 years. So that's so much more experience. So even when she's 22, you're gonna be 22 years older. You're gonna live through a lot more. So like, do you ever really stop raising them? You know?
No.
I mean, you would at least hope as a parent that at some point they would call you, even at fucking 37, they would call you and be like, "Hey, I know I'm an adult and I live on my own, I have my own kids, but like, how do you do this?" You know?
I would hope for that, to be
Right,
honest. Like, bug the fuck out of me. When you leave the house, bug the fuck out of me.
right,
Like, if you need me, if you need someone, like, definitely let that be. Don't go to, like, a shitty partner or whatever that's your age that doesn't have life experience. Like, come to a parent.
right, right. Well, especially in a case of like going to your partner, you know what I'm saying, your significant other, because say y'all were together for fucking as long as me and her have been together. Like I'm going through it, she's going through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So,
So I can't really turn to her and be like, "How the fuck am I gonna figure that out?" Because, but she's trying to figure it out too.
exactly, yeah. I don't know. I think it's.
Now, I mean, in my case, I mean sometimes I go to my mom. Well, when it comes to financial, I don't call my mom because she's not great financially. Like, not that she, I mean, she definitely doesn't get paid enough, but who does anymore? But
That's true.
she's not really good with money, and it doesn't help that neither one of them really make a fair amount of money either. My stepdad included with that. But like I'm calling her dad first. Like, all right, teach me about credit, teach me about,
Yeah, go to
but
the
when I'm
parent
like,
that's most inept in the skill.
yeah, but when I'm like, oh, my fucking wife did this and it pissed me off. And if I'm not calling you, I'm calling her.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. It kind of. At first, I didn't think about it, and I mean, it's a little too late, but better late than never to be thinking about it. When my first kid was born, I didn't really think about the setting up or the pre planning and shit.
Right,
And I think it was the conversation that me and you had about kids and stuff that was like it really made me sort of think like, holy fuck, how much have I really done other than what I have done to set them up
right,
for success?
right,
And then I guess like I started see like the more I started thinking about it, the more I started seeing other people do the same things that I've done and not really set their kids up for success. And it's just like, okay, what is really the issue here? Is it a personal thing or is it like a cultural thing?
or
Because
is it just how how you're seeing it? You know,
I mean, it could be right because like you start thinking of something, like you think of the color red every day, you're gonna look at everything that's fucking red, right?
right,
So it could be that too. But even still, like the question still remained, like, is this because obviously I'm not the only person that has gone through this or has thought about
right,
this.
right.
So what? really is the issue? Is it just like a lack of generational like education about having kids?
Right.
And then it's like
Well, I
now,
mean,
because I've thought about having more kids,
right.
which is
Well, I mean, like for you, it's like at least the way I see it, it's like you think about parents, you're thinking about your parents. You know what I'm saying? Your dad not really there, my
right.
dad not really there. Your mom there, but just not always doing the things she needs to be doing. So it's your grandma doing it, you know.
Yeah.
So like you're looking at it from like thinking about from your parents, not so much about from your grandparents, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean that could be like part of it's so hard to explain, but you get what I mean, right? It's definitely different to look at it from like, oh, my grandparents raised me versus my parents, because then you're thinking like, oh fuck, I guess let's just say it was just straight up that your mom and dad walked out of the picture, right? And it was your grandparents raised you. You're thinking your parents just never even fucking loved you. They didn't know how to raise a
I mean,
kid or
yeah.
what have you, you know? So like what do you really know as a parent when you didn't have actual parents, you know?
Yeah, it was always, well, for me anyway, like, and I'm not trying to give my mom no credit at all. Like she was there, but during the really developmental stages of my life, it seemed like she wasn't there or she was checked out.
Right.
But yeah, the only viewpoint that I have is like my grandparents filling that role.
Right.
And so all that I can do as a parent is think about how they did it because that's all that I seen.
Exactly.
And I mean, there was a lot of things that they could have did differently or did better.
Right. But I mean, you definitely see on how your parents being the way they were affects how you are going to see yourself as a parent.
Yeah, because like I learned a lot of what not to do from my parents,
Oh yeah, exactly.
and I've done my best to not do those things. Uh,
I mean, also the good thing is you learned a lot from of you know at least trying to do, because I know your grandma tries her best to do everything she can,
hmm
especially getting up in age. You know, you see the right way to go about it.
well, I see. I wouldn't say that it's the right way, but I do see a way that can promote positive growth.
Right, and that's what I mean. Like, is there
Yeah,
really a right or wrong? I mean, your family is your family. You know what I'm saying? You're
yeah,
gonna raise your kids differently than I'm gonna raise my kids.
yeah.
I mean, to an extent, of course, right? I'm not gonna raise my kids to be murderers, but
Well,
like,
I was about to say, I hope you don't think. I don't hope you don't think I'm gonna raise my kids to be murderers. You know, but
but like, you see what I'm saying though? Like,
yeah, like your
you're
personal
gonna be raised
culture
to
is gonna
be different,
dictate.
you
Yeah,
know?
that's gonna dictate
Especially when
how
you
you parent.
which honestly, as a parent, right? And I'm not a parent, but as a parent, this is what my mom did, right? When I was younger, she believed in God. She went to church, all that shit, but she never forced it on me. She was never like, "This is what you had to believe in." You don't, yeah. Like the only reason I would go to church with her is because I'm 5 years old. Who the fuck's gonna watch me? You know what I'm saying? Now, when my brother got old enough, we didn't go. She would go by herself, and then she stopped going and started reading into more shit. And yeah, whatever, right? But as a parent, that's what you should do. Like when you bring in religion into your family culture, your politics into it, let them fucking choose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. That's honestly, I think that's the best thing that you can do as a parent is equip them well enough with decision making skills and problem solving skills. That
To make
way,
their own fucking decisions, you
yeah,
know?
that way when they do need to make the decision, um, they are well versed enough in whatever they're choosing.
Right.
That way they're not. It's not like the blind leading the blind. You know.
Well, and also like when it comes down to it, right? So, let's say I'm heavily into it, whatever religion I choose, right? And then I give my kid the same thing that my mom gave me, like, hey, do what you want to do. As long as you're not fucking up, I'm not fucked up about it. Like, if you're wrong, I'll tell you you're wrong, kind of shit. But believe what you want to believe. And then say I turn around and get mad because they chose to not believe in any of it and they're agnostic or whatever. That is fucked up. You gave your child the choice to do what they wanted to do, believe what they want to believe, and now you're mad because they don't believe in what you believe in.
Yeah. That's manipulation right there. It's like
And
here you go.
hypocritical.
Yeah, like here's a silver platter of all the things that I want you to do, but I'm not gonna tell you that I want you to do them. But here they are.
Right.
And then here's the other stuff over here. But here's this. Here's
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. The other stuff is over there if you want it though.
Yeah, like
But like I
no,
need I want you to want this. Like, no, bro.
it's the whole it's like the old, like wanting a son to follow in his father's footsteps. Like
Yeah, fuck that.
a lot of the a lot of what people don't realize about that is like you have to take in, especially from a man's perspective, right? I would never want my son to follow where I went because I made a lot of dumb decisions.
Right.
And they don't get me wrong, they ended me up in a good place because I turned that shit around and I made smart decisions. But I would
Yeah, you learned
rather,
your wrongs.
yeah, I would rather him learn from my wrongs too, and immediately start off making good decisions. Make your own bad decisions,
Right.
right? But that's that because you learn
Well, yeah,
from
you're
them.
going to, you know what I'm saying?
But
You're gonna
don't
you're
do
gonna
the
hit those
dumb
teenage
shit.
years and do dumb shit, you know?
Yeah, don't do the dumb shit that I did. Do different dumb shit that's not gonna end you up in a bad spot.
Right. Somewhere you shouldn't be, don't want to be.
Exactly. Or with the types of issues that I have to deal with now. Um,
Right.
so it's just I don't know. It's really difficult to navigate the teaching and the learning process because you're learning as you teach.
Yeah, because I mean, dude, they're fucking teaching you more than you teach them, you know?
Yeah, and then
Because,
you know what, dude? And this is the thing. This is the thing that kind of fucked me up. The other day, I was at work and I was doing some stuff with the school, and I was looking around and I was seeing all these kids go to school and I was seeing their parents, drop their kids off and stuff. And I was like, holy fuck, we're all just a bunch of big kids.
yeah,
Like whether we want to think about it, you can be mature, that's fine. You can make adult decisions. But at the end of the day, right? Like we're all just big kids. And I was thinking about how that bleeds over into the next like the actual children, right? The minors.
right.
And I was like, because if you grow up and you grow up into an adult, and as an adult, you're generally happy, and then you have kids, and you're still happy. They're gonna see that, and they're gonna be like, oh, okay, then this is what it's like to be happy, or this
Right.
is what it's like to live in a home that's generally happy.
Yeah.
But then, like vice versa, right? If you lose that little sense of like being a kid, and you're just like really stiff all the time, and like just super serious about every little thing, then it's like your kid's gonna have anxiety issues because you do.
Right.
I don't know.
I just,
I was literally doing
I
that. I
just
was in the
think,
middle of work and I was like, "Fuck, dude, what?" This...
I just think like if you give your kids the best that you can give, like you can just only hope that they do the best they can too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it sort of
Because I
gets to the
mean,
point where it's like, all right, I've given you all of the information.
right.
Do with it whatever you will.
Well, because it's also another thing for you to, for you to tell your youngest, every day, like, hey, you gotta get up, you gotta do this, you gotta treat women this way, like respectful to not just women but also men. Like, it's one thing to tell him that all the time, but for him to watch you do it is where he's
Yeah,
gonna learn more. Because I could
yeah,
tell you a million times, grab that wrench and take that bolt off. But if you don't know how to fucking take the bolt off, then how are you gonna take the bolt off? You
yeah,
know? So I'm gonna have to grab the wrench and show you how to take it off. So you know, oh, okay, I gotta turn it to the left.
yeah. It kind of goes back to I think we talked about it before in another episode, like different learning styles.
Yeah.
I think this was with Skinner.
Yeah, we might have.
Yeah, we were talking about how people learn things differently, and
Yeah.
What I might be able to read and just know, you have to see and do.
Well, yeah, because like I mean, the I've found the best way for me to learn, right, is like teach me, like show me how to do it, like tell me how to do it, show me how to do it while you're telling me how to do it, right? Because you can be like, hey, grab the wrench, spin it to the left, and that's how you take it off. And I'm still like, what the fuck did you just say to me?
What's a
Like, what?
wrench?
Yeah, what the fuck? A bolt? What the hell are you talking about? And then after you tell me that, I'd be like, all right, look, here's how you do it, right? Bing, bang, bam, right? Oh, okay, bet. Now let me do it, and then kind of explain it too, or just let me do it and then tell me how I fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't let me fuck up that bad. But if it's like, especially in my line of work, right? Because if I fuck it up, I'm still fixing it. I can,
Yeah.
it sucks to like reset the process. But like, if you don't get that far, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm still like to a point where like a lot of times where I'm just like, you want to look at this real quick? Like, bro, you've done it. You've done it 30 years. I'm definitely coming to you. I've barely been doing it a year. You know?
I do that all the time, dude. Like I will
Right.
always, and maybe it's a thing for validation. We could probably relate on that. Like we always want someone that has known or has done it a lot more to like validate our work.
Right. But like, yeah, you did do that the right way.
Yeah,
Like, it does look good.
or it's like this is good, but like this is how you can make it better. You know?
Right. Because I mean, my father-in-law still does it at work too. There's another guy that's been doing it like 10 years longer than him, and there's still some shit where he's just like, can you help me figure this out? Like, I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure I did it right and it looks good, but like, what do you think?
I think that's kind of
So
what's difficult too about the whole parenting thing is like especially when you're in a position like me and you
right.
where we only had like half of our parent there
Yeah,
or
father was not really there.
right, so like when you only had like a certain person that was there when you could have had two, then you look for validation for things that like the absent parent should have known that maybe
Right.
like the one that is there it doesn't,
Yeah.
or
You
they
know,
never understood it completely, so it was like it's hard for them to give you anything or whatever, so it's
still to this day, I wonder if anything would have been different had my father actually been around.
I think about that a lot too.
Like, had he act, and like, I mean, it's not that he wasn't around, right? Like, I know who he is. I've spent time with him, but like at the end of the day, it's like what it really comes down to, right? Is when my parents split up, which Steven's heard this millions of times, but I don't think I've ever talked about it. I've talked about how they split up and he just refused to be a father. But when it comes down to it, it's not even about him apologizing to me for not being a father. It's more like the way you treated my mother is what I don't appreciate. And then you continued to treat her like that and still blame everything on her when it was you not coming around.
Hmm.
But I still think like, what if he hadn't done those things? Would I be the same person? It's weird to think about.
I think the only thing that I would want my dad to do um, is sort of along the same lines. Like I would only I wouldn't want him to apologize to me for not being there. I would much rather him apologize to my mom for having her have to raise a son alone.
Right.
And that is
Right.
like honestly that's probably the biggest thing. If he was to do that, then I would be more apt to maybe sort of dive into that relationship again.
Mhm.
But I don't know. Before that, I don't think that's something that I'd be willing to, because I don't know him, right? So I would
Right.
literally have to make him a friend first before I
A
seen him as
father.
a yeah before I seen him as a dad,
Right.
and which I mean that in itself sucks, but
And see, my thing too is like I'd given him plenty of chances. It sounds fucked up to say that, but like I have. I've given you plenty of chances to try to be a father, and every time, and the last time was when I was 14. Every time it just felt like this is not it, bro. Like for one, I'm a mama's boy at heart. That's who raised me, I will fucking die for that woman.
Yeah, I was about to say that's kind of in your nature.
But I mean, I guess at the same time, right? Like if your father was around, even if both parents are around, like whichever one you like the most, which is weird, you know, I mean, but you are gonna play favorites with your parents as a child, of course.
Every
But like,
let me clarify this. Every person has a favorite parent. And if you don't
right?
know who your favorite parent is, go through some shit and see who's the first one you call,
Yep.
cuz that's your
Or
favorite
just
parent.
look through your call log. Who do you call the most?
Yeah, who do you call the most?
You know what I'm
Who do you
saying?
call and be like, "Yeah, let me talk to so and so real quick," and then get
Right.
back on the phone with the first person.
Right. But like, yeah, just every time, bro, it just felt like, oh no, it felt like a half-ass attempt every time, bro. Like it felt like I was trying, but he wasn't. And maybe I'm wrong, you know. Maybe it was just like I was just like I'm gonna give him the chance, but I don't really give a fuck. Like I don't want it to work, you know. I could have it could have been that, honestly.
It could also have been in his eyes too, and I mean not really to defend him, but just to get you to look at the other side.
Right.
Um, it could have just been really awkward,
Yeah,
and so
it could have been.
he didn't know how to navigate it here. Because I was thinking about that too, and like the last time I seen my dad was when we were in court, and it was a custody court, so my grandmother can take me and my sister, and
Right.
he had to show up, and it was like he was talking to me like I was his friend, and I was like in my mind I was like, dude, this is weird.
You don't even
I,
like deserve that,
yeah, I don't
you
even
know.
I don't know you really, and
Right.
um
You don't
I,
feel like he earned that way to talk to you, you know.
yeah, and I mean looking back at it now, I respect the fact that he even showed up because he could have just not showed up and signed over his rights
Yeah.
by just not showing up.
Right.
But it was also the fact of like never once did I hear anything about, and you know as a kid you don't always hear everything about adult
Everything.
problems, but never once did I hear anything about like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try to see if you can't come live with me or
Right.
instead, or you know, I'm gonna try to see if we can't work something out and
Right.
me be in your life a little more kind of shit.
And see, that's the thing is like did he even like I can't speak for you, but like for me questioning my own, like did he even try to be like, okay, like all right, look, I know I didn't really get custody, but at least let me try. Because it doesn't seem like he fucking did at all, you know? And then it doesn't help that like his side of the family, right? They're all like, "Oh, well, your mom just tells you all these bad things about him and this and that." And I'm like, "No, she actually doesn't. If anything, y'all do more than my mom does. You know, y'all tell me all the fucked up shit that he does." But it also comes down to like the way you talk about my mom, the way you talk to her, the way you treated her, which was good at first. You know, it wasn't like he was hitting on her or nothing, but it's like when they split up, he was calling her all kinds of fucking names and shit, and like that's just not respect. I don't respect that, bro. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what, 10 or 11? And my mom was like, all right, yeah, like, I'll give you a chance. I might have been younger than that. I don't even think, I hardly remember it. I might have been like 7 or 8. But she was like, yeah, I'll give you a chance. Like, it is your son after all. You know what I'm saying? Be a father. That's what I want you to do. And she's like, well, I'll come and get him Friday. Well, that almost didn't fucking happen. He threatened to take me out of state and never come back.
See, that's wild to
So
me.
you just tried to kidnap your own child, bro. Like, be an adult, bro.
Yeah, it's and
So I mean,
what sucks, man, it really does suck for the kids to come up with these conclusions because like I said, like as a child, you don't see both sides. You only see the side that you're predominantly with.
right.
And so you really don't know everything well enough to cuz like I and that's why I've tried to talk very sort of neutral about like when I talk to about my parents because I don't know both sides. I just
Right.
know that I know what I've seen and
Right.
experienced, and
And you know what you've heard, but you also can't prove. you know?
Exactly, and that's what makes it hard.
Which, like, speaking of things that you've heard, right? Go ahead, and then I'll say what I was gonna say.
Well, it's just to bring it back to having kids of your own. You see that and you go through that, and you know what it's like to be a kid to go through that, and it's like
Right,
you know that that's the wrong thing to do.
right.
I'm not talking necessarily just about abandonment, but like the whole situation. You
Of
know
just
that
being a terrible parent.
Yeah, you know that that's the wrong thing to do, but you haven't been given the information on how to not do that.
Right,
You know,
right,
it's like you could be like, okay, I know I don't need to do this, but how do I not end up in that situation? And some
right.
people might say, well, it's easy, just don't do it. But
Just don't. Yeah, but that's easier said than done. You know.
most of the time, yeah, it is. Like now, in the like example of like just being a shit parent, right? Like there's plenty of ways for you to not be a shit parent,
Right,
and they're pretty easy to find nowadays. But it's those like small things that good parents see that don't have a lot of self confidence in themselves that need to tweak, and it's there's no like guidebook, you know.
right.
There never
Oh, there's
was.
definitely not. And it's like it's it's crazy that you even like say that, right? Because my mom has told me multiple times now that I'm fucking almost 28, you know, and married for almost 2 years, been with the same woman for 10. So like she sees a lot of the things that I do and how fucking much I've grown and like how much I try to do good for myself, right? But like we get in these deep conversations and sometimes her first resort is straight up, I know I wasn't a great mother at times, but and I'm like, I don't even need to hear the rest of what you're about to fucking say because I'm gonna stop you right now because it's not about that you weren't the best mother at times, it's that you were a mother all the time. You
Yeah.
did everything that you raised two boys by yourself and really not that it was really like I don't want to say it like she. I mean, she kind of didn't have a choice. You got a kid, you got to raise them. You know what I'm saying? You got to step up and be a parent. But like for my brothers, right? She didn't really have the chance to even have a father to help raise that one. You know, because again, his father passed away when he was young. My brother was like 4 years old when his dad passed away. So like that's straight up just your single mother. Like there's no father, biological father that can help you. You know, and then my father walk out and not be a father. So she really had no choice but to be a single mother. But every time she says that, I'm like, yeah, when I was a teenager and like getting older enough to like understand half the shit, I was a fucking dickhead, but aren't all boys, you know what I'm saying? And that's no excuse, but like aren't all fucking boys at teenage years fucking dickheads?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was a fucking dickhead, you know? Now we've gotten in arguments, we've cussed each other out. I've never called her a bitch. I never would, but still at the root of things, you were in my eyes. I don't give a fuck what we argued about. What I did was wrong. What you did was wrong. It doesn't matter anymore because it's in the past. You
Mm-hmm.
you were never a bad parent, and I don't even want to say a bad parent at times like she likes to say because now you. I mean, how fucking easy is it to raise two kids by yourself? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like you got to give yourself some credit for doing something.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say the same with my mom. You know, it's like, especially being the parent of three kids and men sort of in and out.
Right.
Um, my mom wasn't a hoe, just for the record, right? But like
Yeah, but you got
men,
you got boyfriends
yeah,
and
different guys sort of being in and out of our lives. You got three kids, all of different age groups. And it's a lot and it's hard, and
Mhm.
you got to give yourself some credit for what you did do because you stuck around, right? Even though you went through some
Exactly.
hard shit, you still stuck around. So
I mean, look, that's the biggest thing right there, right? Is you you were a fucking parent, right? Like you actually tried. You were a parent. You took care of these kids. You weren't just like, "Oh, I have kids." Okay, but like what about them? "Oh, I don't know, but I have kids." Like, what do you mean you don't know, but you have kids? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I know damn well that there's people out there that are fucking probably talk to my dad and he's like, yeah, I got some kids. Well, what about them? Oh, I don't know. I'm convinced that that motherfucker doesn't even know how old I am or how old my sister is. Which, like, so two things, right? Because this is back to when I was like, go ahead, and then I'll say what I was gonna say. From like getting impressions as a child from like hearing things about, especially an absent parent, you know. So I was told multiple things about another said person that I still can't prove, right? Because I've been told by my mom that I have another sister and I don't even know who the hell she is. I've been told by my sister's mom that I have another sister and I don't know who the hell she is. But I've been told by his brother and his uncles and his cousins, again, my dad's side of the family, right? That some of them say that it is a little girl that he had that is my sister that I don't know about, that I apparently do know about because they've all told me. But then the other half of his family is telling me, no, you don't have another sister. That was an underage girl that he had sex with. So which one is it? Is he a pedophile or do I have a sister that I don't fucking know about?
That's a big jump.
Yeah.
That's a big. Okay, so look,
And
that's
I'm not even joking you, right? Somebody said, no, the little girl you're talking about isn't a sister that, because apparently her name is Sunshine, right? That's all I fucking know. Wild name. Kind of goes hard, not gonna lie. But but like wanted, I don't know how he's related to him at all, honestly, but he was like, nah, like the Sunshine girl isn't your sister. It was an underage girl that he was fucking with. So like, are y'all using that you have a sister you don't know about as a cover up for the fact that he's a pedophile,
that's okay. That's wild.
or do I actually have a sister that I don't fucking know about? You know what I'm saying? That doesn't even know I exist.
Um. Okay,
So
with
you
that
see what I'm saying about like impressions on a child, right? So like, what am I to think about my father when I hear shit like that?
with that being said, I want to take a 5 minute intermission. We're only hour 10 in, so 5 minute intermission. I gotta use the bathroom anyway, so.
5 minute intermission.
Okay.
You had to go think about that one.
Yeah, a little bit because the thing is like that's a big target to either hit or miss.
Mm-hmm. Ain't it? And how am I supposed to know the truth if I don't have him around to even tell me the truth, right? And do I even trust him enough for him to even tell me the fucking truth?
What sucks is because I've been to a lot of
Because
family reunions and I know how like small little rumors turn into big rumors,
right.
but like that's a big like jump from one side of the spectrum to the other.
Mm-hmm. And if the truth is the bad option, right? Would you really even want to tell the truth about that?
That is true, yeah. Like, and would you even want to know?
Yes, actually, I would, but that only because it determines what I'm gonna do next.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Because it's either you give me the option of a sister that I don't know about, and I'm like, okay, cool. So you're a shitty fucking parent. Thanks. Fuck you. Don't ever talk to me again. Or you tell me the worst option, and it's worse for you.
So, in some respects, I can relate, and I mean some. Uh, when I was young, I found out that my dad had another kid, and it was another little girl. And I remember like being really young, and she was like 1 or 2, and I
Okay,
remember seeing her.
isn't this the sister you do know about though?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The one you showed me, yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't until like later on in life that it kind of sort of like hit, and I started to have a little bit of contact with her,
Yeah.
and it was like, well, fuck, now I'm the eldest of a bunch of sisters, and
Yeah, you're the only fucking boy.
yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't want to find out that I have any more siblings. I don't.
Right.
It's already hard enough keeping up with the other girls the other sisters that I do
Oh fuck, just keep up with one of them.
have. if if you all knew, if you all fucking
God
knew.
damn. Jesus Christ.
But yeah,
She's getting to that age though. She's getting to that age, you know.
dude. Anyway, it was never for me like I it was never a like a question of like, is this my sister? It was like, okay, no, this is my sister. Even if
Right.
even if like it turns out to not be true, I'm still gonna say that yes, it was because
I mean, like, but at the same time, oh, are you talking about the sister that you do like
my half
that you
sister.
actually know? Yeah, you actually know.
Yeah,
I mean, like at the same time, right? Like, you showed me the Facebook and everything, like the same last name, at least on Facebook, same last name. So I
yeah.
mean, yeah, your sister nonetheless, you know. But now
Man,
the second thing that I was gonna say, right? And this is like kind of an announcement because I've only told people that I've told. You know what I'm saying? Because like the last time that my mom said something about like she wasn't the greatest parent was when I told her that me and my wife are starting to actually try to have a child. So yeah, there's the announcement that whoever didn't know now knows that yeah, I'm
I was
actually trying to have a
I
child
was
now.
vague with the conversation about kids for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah, there was times where I was like, "Don't you fucking say it, dog! Don't you fucking say it! I'm the one who's supposed to say it."
That's why I was vague about it.
But yeah, Mister Meme Lord Link, is trying to grow the fuck up and have a child. But I was telling my mom, right?
I'll start
Which,
calling you Big Daddy Alex. Continue.
mm, mm, I'm gonna lean closer. So like, of course, I tell my mom, right? Because my wife's just like, yeah, I think I'm ready. Let's start trying, you know. And I'm like, all right, bet. Like to me, the whole time, right? To me, it was like, if it happens, it happens. Like whenever you're ready, I'm ready. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? because I know what not to do as a father, and that's literally the biggest part of what not to do as a father is literally to not be present. You know what I'm saying? That's what not to do, right?
Yeah.
So I've got that down, right? I've already promised myself that I would never do the same thing that my father did, and that is walk out and continue to not be a parent, right? But yeah, I call my mom, and this is how you know, like a big sign of like, um, she trusts me enough. She knows that she did everything she could to raise at least a decent person, you know,
Mm-hmm.
at least try her best to do that. She didn't even question it. She was like, well, you always got people who can watch the kids, like, I'm more than willing to take the kid for the night if you need it, like what have you, didn't even question. No fucking, do you think you're ready? Like, well, what about this? What about that? Like, none of that, right? And didn't even question on that because she already knows in her mind that, like, okay, if this kid's gonna do it, he's gonna fucking do it, right?
Yeah.
She's seen it multiple fucking times of, you know, like I told her I wanted to start streaming and make money off of it, which, like, I don't make a lot. I don't really give a fuck that I do or don't. But like, she definitely sees like, oh fuck, he made it happen. Like, he wanted a computer, he fucking made it happen. Like, I did a little more than just make the computer happen. You know what I'm saying? I spent an unhealthy number of dollars on on a computer, but it is
but
what it is.
look where it got you. You know what I mean? So
Right, but the thing is, like, she didn't even question it. She knew, like, all right, this kid's gonna put his fucking mind to something and do it.
yeah.
She has that much faith in me that I'm to be a good parent. And she even mentioned the fact of my father. She was like, well, I know you're not gonna do what your dad did. And I go, fuck no. This is the last thing I'll ever do.
Yeah.
I would have to die for me to not be present in my own child's life, dude. And even then, on some spiritual shit, I'ma still be there. Yeah, that was me that took your light bulb out the fucking ceiling, all right? Go help your mom with the groceries.
You're gonna be the one that sets the fucking fire alarm off every time because they don't want to change the batteries in that bitch.
Right. Yeah, that motherfucker chirping. I'm like, bro, I'm fucking tired of it. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, somebody change that motherfucker. You say the bathroom door slam.
Fuck, can't get no sleep in this house.
I'm just laying in the empty space, bro. Like, I'm still alive. Oh, fuck. I'm like leaving little notes around the house. Change the fucking battery. I'm like knocking that motherfucker off the wall towards the batteries.
Look, I'm doing most of the work for you. All you gotta do is put the bitch
Yeah.
in and put it back up.
Bro, I'm like, so you've been in our living room, right? We've got all the little fucking like fabric like drawer things on the fucking table in there.
Mm-hmm.
The one in the middle is the one with the batteries. So I'm just ripping that motherfucker out. It's in the middle of the floor. I'm knocking the fucking smoke detector off the wall. Now put a battery in it, dog.
Oh, dude, you're gonna be a stubborn dad.
Oh, I fucking know it, but I'm like, so like when I look back, right, at how my mom raised me, and like, and also hearing how other parents, like my friends' parents, not you, of course, because your grandma never said nothing about how my mom raised me because we were already pretty much a fucking adults by then, so it really
Yeah.
didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? But like being in high school and like their friends' parents trying to talk bad about how my mom raised me and shit. Like one of my friends' mom got in an argument with my mom, and she was like, "Well, I don't like the way you raise your kid." And she was like, "What? By letting him make his own fucking decisions? That's a problem to you?" She's like, "Oh, well, your kid's just so sheltered." She was like, "No, I know what my kid does." And she was like, "Oh, do you know your kid smokes weed?" And she was like, "No, I didn't know that." She was like, "Yeah, well, I know both of my kids do." Well, me and my friend, rather, not my kids. But she was like, "Yeah, I know my son do. I don't like it, but he does."
And I know it.
Yeah. Until it got to the point where she was like, "All right, I can't make you quit. Like, you're not out here fucking stealing shit, robbing stores. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're smoking weed. Whoop-de fucking do, right?" But yeah, like it makes me look back and it's like, well, I mean, fuck, she's right. I do have a very strong foundation of people that are like willing to have my back with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
I really wish
especially like she said with the like, I need a fucking night off, bro. She was like, I'll come get the kid, you know.
you're gonna need it too.
Did you think I fucking won't? But yeah, you better come get your motherfucking grandkid before I smack him upside his head.
Nah, knowing you're lucky, you'd have a girl first.
I think it's gonna be a boy.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I no, I really do think it's gonna be a boy. So weirdly enough, right? I've had a dream about it. My wife's had a dream about it, and my mom has had a dream about it. And every time, our kid was a boy.
If it's anything different, then
Then, bro, whoever's up there, y'all better figure the fuck out, cause them dreams better be right.
I think honestly, well, thinking about it from like my perspective, right? Because I wanted to have a boy first. I had dreams
Right.
about boys. I like
Pause.
uh, about having boys.
Right. About having a son first, right?
Yes, um, because in my mind I was like, I'm gonna have a boy and a girl, and I'm gonna have the boy first, and I'm gonna have a girl, and then life's gonna be good and kosher and blah blah blah,
Well, doesn't
whatever.
everybody think that? Because they're like, well, then my son can protect my daughter.
Well, yeah, he was gonna be like, I guess maybe it was my way of having my kid follow in my footsteps, because it's like
Right.
I was the oldest and I was a boy, so it was like, I wanted him to know what it was like to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, dude, I found out it was a girl, and then I realized there was a lesson in it too, because of the
Nah,
way
this
that
this
what.
man was at the hospital going, "Fuck! Why? God damn it!" She's in there like, "What are you screaming about, dog?"
The nurse is fucking scared, like having 911 on the phone.
Sew a dick on it. I don't care. All right, I'm done. I'm sorry,
that's
y'all.
gonna be that's gonna be in the clips on the shorts, just so you know.
No, it will be.
No, so there was a
Yeah,
lesson there, and it took me until now really to think about it. Um, because I had predominantly had been attracted to. Hold up, let me word this right. I had predominantly female friends as a young kid. I
right,
never really associated myself with like the jock type or just the male groups in school,
right,
or predominantly male groups in school. And so it was like, all right, this was like the universe's way of being like, well, you want to hang out with girls or whatever, and you want to do this, you want to do that,
raise one.
raise one and see if you really know their side of the story.
Right,
And it definitely changed the way that I thought about a lot of things.
right,
And it sort of forced me to, I mean, it definitely forced me to grow up, like you've seen that, but it forced me to grow up even more with the fact that it was a girl instead of a boy first.
yeah,
Because it wasn't until she was 2 years old that we was like, okay, well, we're having another one.
yeah.
And
And
neither,
let's be honest, it wasn't really until the other one where you were like, damn, I really just need to get my shit all the way together, you know?
yeah, well, I mean, I was starting to
Right,
when he was being born, or just
right.
prior to him being born.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I was just kind of getting by at the beginning because it was like, all right, well, this is life now, and then it got to the point where I was like, all right, we need something for ourselves. I need to provide more, and I need to
Yeah.
do
Well, see,
more.
that's the thing. You were just dealing with it until you were just like, bro, what the fuck? Like, no, I don't need to deal with it. I need to take care of it.
Yeah, and then And then yeah, the rest is kind of history. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it started to sort of not go downhill because that's like a bad phrase. But I just started to realize more of like, okay, this is what I need to do. This is how I need to do it.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say it definitely makes you, makes you grow up a lot more.
A lot quicker. Like
A lot,
I had to
yeah.
grow up as a young kid anyway, but I was still had the freedom to do like stupid things.
Right.
And I don't even want to say stupid things, but just things that like a normal adults in society wouldn't do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, at the same time, right? Like, yeah, your kid should be a priority and should come first, but you should still have time to do the things you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
You should try to make that time.
Right.
You should
And that's
that should be a part of your priority too, because if
that's
you
one of the
don't
things,
and you're just miserable all the time, your kid's going to see that.
right? And that's one of the things that my mom was telling me too, because like she she kind of didn't really have that choice, raising two kids, two boys by herself. Now, of course, like my grandma was heavily in the picture, so like yeah, I'll take them, go do what you got to do, but like she was like without a hesitation was like, well, y'all want to go out and have a nice dinner, go on a date, what have you, like bring the kid here,
Yeah.
like because y'all need that
I
because
wish I
it's I
had more
mean
of that when my kids were being born.
yeah
We sort of had that, but it wasn't like as open and as doing it for the love of the person.
yeah it was more yeah I see what you're saying, they were more just doing it just because like you asked them to and they don't want to say no, not because they want to.
Not even that. It was I feel like it was for a deeper meaning, like a deeper sort of like, okay, I'm doing this for you now. What can you do for me later? Kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. What can I get out of it? Type shit. Yeah. Which that's a fucked up way to be, dude. Like,
And just for clarification, I'm not saying that this particular person didn't love their
yeah,
grandkids.
because they do, but
It wasn't because they, you know, felt like obligated to do it, but
right. But even before y'all had the kids, she was doing shit like that.
yeah. Yeah.
So
So but yeah, there's that kind of rounding it back to the whole parenting thing, like it's so easy to get sucked into things that you do wrong. And we started this episode or this topic with it. Like it's easy to get sucked into the things that you're doing wrong and what you're not doing right. You got to really think about what you do right instead.
right. Well, yeah, because those fuck ups are they're gonna hit harder. You're gonna hit
Yeah.
way fucking harder.
Yeah, especially when like
And you know what?
it's easy to fuck up on your own and be like, "Damn, dude," and like beat yourself up for it. But then like when you fuck up and it's at a child's expense, it's like, "Fuck.
Right.
Okay, this really sucks."
Yeah, and you know what? Like she's not pregnant yet, of course, but unfortunately, no. But like, right, so like the thing that I've really been thinking about a lot, because like now that we're trying, it's like, all right, now I gotta like really think about shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like, oh, we're gonna have it at some point, just whenever she's ready. Now it's like, nah, we're both fucking trying.
hmm
But the biggest thing I think about is school, and I don't know why, but I'm always like, well, when the fuck does school even start every year? When the fuck does it end? What time do I gotta get up and take these little motherfuckers? Where am I gonna send them to school, dude? Like, I don't know why. And like, that's like, I feel like that's gonna be the biggest things that's gonna fuck me up the most. Because I'm gonna wake up. It's school starts on the 23rd. I'm gonna wake up at like whatever time. I'm gonna go to work, and she's gonna be like, "I thought you was taking them to school." Oh, that's today. Fuck.
No, shit like that, you'll you'll find the routine as you need to.
Yeah. honestly, as much as I would not want to put my kids into private school. And I don't want to put my kids into public school either because I went to public school and kids are fucking terrible. We were fucking dick bags.
Oh,
But
just it's way worse now, dude. Let me tell you, it's way worse
no,
now.
dude, like side note, right? The middle school I went to, the year that I fucking left, I had just started high school. Not even 2 months, bro. And a sixth grader just went into middle school, brought a fucking gun to school, to that school.
You went to
That's,
Highland, right?
yeah. Let's not out. Yeah.
Dude, you've already, you hold up. You've already said your word. You've already said the fucking
Okay, but they
a
don't know where I
road. You've already said a road that.
live. All I'm saying is, like, come to my house. You can't see it. It's blurry. There's actually two sitting over there right now. Anyway. But yeah, that's definitely one of the things that, like, is probably going to fuck me up the most. Like, especially because if they are anything like me, they don't want to go to school. And the reason I don't want to put up, like, I mean, obviously you have to, right? I mean, I guess you don't have to. You can, you know, homeschool them, but I'm not doing that.
I mean, you can get teachers to come to your house
Right. But
and
like
homeschool.
the only reason I don't like the idea of it is just because of how other fucking children are. Like I can't I mean, I know you, right? And I can trust you, but I can't trust you to send your kid to school to be a reasonable person and not pick on my kids.
Yeah. Well,
And I don't fuck with that.
that's the thing that sucks too is like there is a portion that you have to relinquish, like that sort of bit of control you have to relinquish when you send your kids to any school, whether it's public or private,
Right.
because that's their time to interact with other people and learn, and that's like their social life. And so it's like, imagine if your mom had you homeschooled and you didn't really build a social life with the
Right, no
people.
friends,
Yeah.
Right.
And so it's like you got to sort of kind of think about it like that, is like, damn, dude, do you want them to go through some like shit that they may not, I mean, it'll affect them, right? But you want them to go through some shit where it's like they can develop skills on how to make friends or
Right. Or deal
shelter
with people
them,
not. Yeah.
so
I just, bro, because I know how I am, right? I would, you know how my wife is, not confrontational at all. But I would just hate to fucking show up to school because some kid's fucking picking on my kid. Now I'm in the hallway screaming at an 8-year-old. Like, now I don't think I would, because I would think about it. But like,
yeah.
if it's like prolonging, which hopefully it doesn't fucking happen. Hopefully adults can be adults and fucking figure it out. Like you got people in positions at a school to do those things. But I would hate to show up at school and have to fucking cuss out my child's principal because he refused to do something about some shit.
And that's another thing that sucks too, is a lot of parents want to, they raise their kids in a certain way, right? And so when something happens with another child at school and the disciplinary action doesn't meet that parent's like standard,
Right.
it's like,
Right.
well, fuck this school now, you know what I mean? But like the school has to be sort of unbiased and they have to like discipline everyone in the same way.
Yeah.
So
Right. But I
like,
mean, I'm also getting at the fact that like it is known that this kid's been picking on my kid. They've seen it happen and they're not doing shit about it. They're not even telling the other parent type
yeah,
shit.
with shit like that, like you really just have to trust that the school is going to do the right thing and
Right.
get the proper people involved, obviously notify the parents
Right.
and shit like that. The best way really to like ease the tension and like the anxiety with that is really just to be involved in the school. Like
Oh yeah.
when we were young, it sounded really stupid, but you would always hear about, oh, there's like a PTA conference, this
Go to those
Friday
things.
after. Yeah, like go to that shit, dude, because
Right.
that's the time for parents to be involved. Or
Right.
like
I see what's going on.
enroll your kids in like extracurriculars and go and talk to the parents that are
Right.
there, right? Like if you want to have a son, fucking enroll him in like basketball or football or whatever.
Well, I'm
No,
gonna let him make that choice.
well, that's what I'm saying, right? Like you got to give him the option, and then if he does choose that, or she rather, it doesn't matter. If they do choose that,
Right.
be really involved in it.
Yeah, I don't like sports at all, but if you want to play sports, I'm fucking there every time. You know what I'm saying?
So when I was young, I mean, well, you know me, I hated pretty much every sport except fucking skateboarding. That was the only thing that I did when I was a kid. And then I played
Yeah,
basketball for a little bit.
right.
But beyond that, it was like I can give two shits about what was going on. But thinking about it now, it's like I kind of wish that I would have put myself out there more because of the fact that one, it's a good way to develop not just like the sports skills in whatever you're doing, but like that those team building skills as like at a young age.
Right. I mean, those are big, like, developmental things that you need, you know?
Yeah, especially like when you think about going into, I mean, let's be honest, right? School is built nowadays to prepare kids for the workforce and for
Right.
society, or it's supposed to be. So to come out of school with those kind of skills where you can be like, all right, let me be the captain and let me pick the people and let me develop a good team. If you learn that shit in middle school and you go into high school and you're doing that same shit, then it's just like, okay, this kid knows what he's doing. He knows how to manage people. That's a
Right.
great skill to have. So I
Yeah,
mean,
I tried baseball in middle school until I figured out that it wasn't actually a team and they were just like teaching us drills and shit. Like I
yeah.
went to my mom and I was like, I want to do it. And she was like, then do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead. Like if we have to, schedule around some shit for us to be able to take you and pick you up, then so be it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
We'll figure it out. So I do it. And I go like 3 times. And I'm like, so this ain't even a team. And the guy's just like, nah, there's no other teams to play against. And I was like, oh, word. Okay. And then when my grandpa picked me up, I was like, yeah, I'm not going back. I'm not doing it no more. He was like, what, you don't like it? And I was like, no, it's not even a team. Like, I want to actually go play games. I don't want to just sit out front of the school and throw a ball back and forth for 2 hours every day.
Which I mean, that's ridiculous to be honest. That's kind of
Bro,
ridiculous.
no, because we were all under the assumption that they were making a baseball team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and it not be an actual
And it
team.
not, yeah, like, bro, like, get fucked. Get fucked. Also, that school didn't like me after a while, but fuck you. Fuck you, dude. They were just mad that because every time some bullshit happened and I tell my mom, she would come up there and be like, so why is this bullshit happening and y'all ain't doing nothing about it? Or even calling me and informing me that something's happening. So yeah, they didn't like me after a while. But it is
Yes,
what it is.
school has definitely changed since we've been in,
Yeah,
like a lot.
definitely.
I want to say for the better because we went through a lot of bullshit. Um, just like
Yeah,
a lot of laziness, a lot of
yeah,
well, this isn't my job, but I feel like
yeah.
it's definitely gone
Well, I mean,
uphill.
like, side note, right? If you want to be a teacher, do it because you want to help children, not because of you want to teach certain things. Because some of y'all fucking teachers that I had didn't give a fuck. Y'all just wanted a paycheck, bro. And that's cool and all. I want a paycheck too, but you didn't see me go to school to be a fucking math teacher and then fucking hate it and treat Steven's kids like fucking shit because I hate my job. Anyway, that's projection. Fuck all of y'all. And another thing, right? I'm just gonna fucking say it, right? My kid gets in school, talk shit, get hit. Fuck you. Okay? That's what I was taught. Motherfuckers ran their mouth. I didn't let them. So I didn't get bullied. That's all I'm saying. It's not right to bully, but I didn't get bullied because everybody that tried, I didn't always punch people in the face, but I stood up to them. You know, I use, dude. We're changing it. We're changing it right now to wrap it out. Right? We're changing it right now because I used to get picked on for my last name. And so I was just like, what are you mad about? Like, what are you picking on me for my last name for, bro? You think I really give a fuck? Like to the point that like in high school, people have like literally got mad that I clapped back because they try to make fun of me for whatever fucking reason. Mainly my last name is how it starts. And then they get upset. Like I said, they get upset because I clap back because I don't take that shit. My mom told me not to take shit from none of y'all. Okay. And I'm going to live by that. But more specifically, right? Somebody in English class got mad because he said some dumb shit to me. And I was like, who the fuck are you, bro? Like, you trying to pick on me for what, bro? I don't even know you. Like, mind your business, bro.
Yeah.
Why don't you do some work instead of running your fucking mouth, right? Mind you, that a kid that is failing English, that's besides the point, but that just shows you how much work you do in this class, that you're failing your first language. Like, bro, how
Hey,
fucking hard can it be?
hey, look, English was not fucking easy
It's not.
when you first get like introduced to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, but we're in high school, brother. We're in high school. English is your first language, right? It should be easy to put Y-O-U-R-E and not Y-O-U-R, right?
I mean,
But also, regardless of that, right? Regardless of that, right? It should be easy to pass because it's English. It's one of the easiest things when it's your first language. It's not like you're trying to fucking divide by X and you don't know what the fuck Y is, you know? Like, bro. But anyway, right? So he's like, at this point, he's like talking mad shit. And I was just like, bro, whatever. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, keep running your mouth. Like, I don't give a shit. He's like, well, what are you gonna do about it? And I was like, what do you want me to do about it? Right? Like, you want to take it to the level, you take it to the level. I don't give a fuck. So this motherfucker stands up. So I'm like, okay, so he wants to fight, right? I'm not gonna just get beat up sitting in a fucking school chair where like the desk is part of the fucking chair. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, yeah, no, I'm not that fucking stupid, right? I'm dumb, not stupid. I'm dumb enough to run my mouth, but I'm not stupid enough to get beat up like that. So I stand up too, right? You stand up, I stand up. Now he's like in my face, and you know how kids were when we were in high school. Like they want to get all up in your face and whisper
Yeah.
in your ear, like, damn, bro, what do you like? You wanna hug me or kiss me? What do you want, dog? Like,
That is
like
how it was,
fuck.
dude. That was fucking weird,
Like,
bro.
yeah, bro, right? You know what I'm saying? And then like I don't even remember exactly what he said, but he was calling me all kinds of fucking names and shit, like telling me I'm a bitch, I ain't gonna do shit. And I was like, bro, I stood up. You're the one that took it to this level that you want to fight me, that you obviously stood up in aggression and walked towards me. I'm taking that as you want to fight me, right? So do it.
Over your name.
Right. It probably was deeper than that too, because
Oh, it definitely was deeper than that. Like this kid
right,
obviously had problems that he could not even fix.
right. And like, look, okay. I hate to say this because it sounds very fucking racist, right? But the school that I went to, for some fucking reason, I guess it was because like the way the administratives would take it, like would deal with it, made them think that they could just that the black kids could get away with whatever they wanted.
Hmm.
But also, he was one of those black kids that just thought that like every white kid was going to be scared of him. So I guess he also hated the fact that a white kid stood up to him, which again sounds very fucking racist, right? When you like kind of deep dive into it. My grandpa's fucking black, right? That's school suspended me twice for being racist because I didn't let a black kid argue with me. Not the same black kid, by the way. And then who picked me up every time? My black grandfather, right? Step grandpa, but that's grandpa, right? Watch me be born. Yeah, he's like in my face and he's talking shit. And he does nothing, right? He does absolutely nothing. So what was all of that about, bro? That's what I mean by like talk shit, get hit, bro. Like you really want
Yeah,
to do something, do it. You know
it
what I'm
was a
saying?
big ego challenge. Is literally all that it was.
Right. I do actually remember when he got all up in my face and was like whispering in my ear. I was like, bro, you're standing this close to me, talking in my ear, calling me a bunch of names, but you ain't done shit, right? Like, the fuck are you on? And my buddy Dylan, right? We used to always get in trouble in this class because we were just fucking stupid, bro. he was sitting right there, right? Because he sat like right next to me. And he was like, "Oh shit, Alex about to beat your ass. You better get out of his face." I was like, "Dylan, shut up, bro." Like, I'm trying not to laugh, right?
Bro was just antagonizing the shit.
Yeah, but like he heard me say something and he was like, "Yeah, don't call him a bitch." I was like, "Bro." I think part of it was Dylan just wanted to get up and fight this kid with me, right? He just wanted him to talk shit to him. After that day, that kid was never in that same class. I don't know if he just like started skipping class or what, or they removed him, like they switched him around or what, but yeah, we never had the same class again.
That might be saying something.
But I mean, like, that's a big thing I'm gonna teach my kids, right? Is like stand up for yourself. I mean, I could have definitely I mean, I wouldn't say I could have definitely done it better, but I mean, you also stood up and showed yourself with aggression. So I'm not gonna back down from that. I'm not a bitch, right? Mama didn't raise a bitch, and if she did, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
So
So I think for me, right, I think the biggest thing is defend yourself.
right,
Like don't go looking for arguments, right? But like if somebody's challenging you with words, right, throw them back at them, right? Like don't don't
hmm
don't sit here and start calling people slurs and shit. But like
right,
if they're coming at you with a challenging viewpoint, then fucking snap back on them. Like don't
and
result to violence
right,
unless they get violent, right? Like if you have to defend
right.
yourself, then do it.
It's like that you mentioned the like slurs and shit, right? It's funny because obviously I'm not gonna sit here and call you the hard R, right? It's not about that. Your race means absolutely dick all to me, right? What means anything to me is that you were running your fucking mouth and you didn't like that I was not letting you just run your mouth, right? But you're calling me white boy this and white boy that. It's a little bit racist, don't you think?
Yeah, there's
You
definitely some double standards,
right. You brought my
especially
race into it.
especially like when we were growing up, dude. It is there was a lot of double standards um,
Right.
when it come to like what we could say as young white male versus what
Right.
other
Yeah.
people got to say, and it
Right.
was accepted.
And like see the only reason that I say that in my school, in my high school, was like the reason I think the black kids just thought that all the white kids were going to be scared of them is because of how many times, including myself, the 3 times that I can account for, right, that I've seen a black and a white kid get in an argument and the white kid just do nothing or get beat up or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not that the fucking race matters, of course, right? But like, if you want to talk about race, this white boy's not fucking scared. I don't give a shit, you know? Also, I don't want to be here, right? I do not want to be here at all. I want to go home and go to the skate park. So please fight me so I can get suspended and go to the fucking skate park for 5 days. Thank you. Like, fuck.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be here as much as you're not trying to be here. So
Exactly. But that's the only reason that I'm saying that, like, that's how I see it, is because I had seen it multiple times, like in the hallway, in the cafeteria, and in other classrooms, and then 3 times happening to me, and of course, not not that it like I got beat up or anything, but just that I'd fucking they start shit with me and then just assume that I'm not gonna do anything.
yeah,
Yet all 3 times, right? Not that I'm fucking tough or anything. All 3 times these motherfuckers would start with me. 2 of the times was the same kid, right? They start shit with me. I don't let it fucking slide. You stand up, I stand up. I'm not fucked up about it, right? I'm not. You're talking shit. I'm talking shit too. I don't give a fuck, right?
yeah,
And they're like, "Oh, beat your ass." I never once said to any of them that I would beat their ass, but I also did tell them that you're not gonna just fucking run your mouth. That didn't mean I was gonna beat your ass. It just means you're not gonna run your mouth, and I'm not gonna run my mouth. You know what I'm saying? So you're in my face telling me you're gonna beat my ass, but then you didn't do it. So what was it? You just wanted to talk shit to me and me say nothing? to like prove you're a tough guy.
Yeah. Or,
What does that show to me, brother? I don't give a fuck. Like,
I don't know. Nowadays, it's a lot more passive aggressive.
yeah. Well, now it's like the internet and social media, bro. They're like, that's where you're gonna fucking see it the most now. Anyway,
Yeah.
everybody wants to be keyboard warriors now.
It's like I'll see them in school or whatever, and then,
Yeah,
I'll hit you on Instagram or whatever, or say some
but
dumb
like,
shit on a live and be like,
oh yeah. And I mean, I'm honest. If anybody doesn't fucking agree with me, that's on you. But a lot of these fucking kids that are like in high school now, that are like in the position that we were in, are fucking soft as shit, brother. Like your parents raised a bunch of softies, and I mean, like, no disrespect, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's
I just
not,
feel like,
it's not just high school, bro. It's just in general.
yeah, it's not, because some of them are getting out of school and they're still fucking soft as shit. It's just, I hate fucking seeing all the social media bullshit that y'all fucking talk about, and then like you cry about this, you cry about that, like, bro, shut up, like. I do not give a fuck that Steven is gay. Why does that hurt me? He's not gay, but why does that hurt me? And I mean, that's on a deeper level than just them being fucking soft, but it's like I can't even get on Facebook and message Steven and be like that anything, right, without him being like, "Oh, I'm going to cancel you." Okay,
Yeah.
like
Cancel culture is so strong nowadays.
that's what I mean by everybody's so fucking soft, bro. Like you're entitled to your own opinions. I'm not saying you're not, but like you also got to realize that like freedom of speech is a thing, right? I mean, there's right and wrongs. Yes, there's right and wrongs. I don't think you should be racist and homophobic or anything like that, but you can say it. You can say it all you want. That doesn't mean that somebody's going to do something about it.
It also doesn't make you right either, just because you say it.
It doesn't make you right.
I think that's the whole point of. I will say this, and then we can end it. But that is the whole
Yeah.
point of being able to talk without violence as the immediate result of differing viewpoints. Because like, dude,
Exactly.
because you can sit here and say that you believe in this, and it's completely out of the realm house of what I believe. But if we can sit here and talk about it, maybe you can change my mind, or maybe in the end we just agree to disagree, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, we both get to walk home.
Right. Exactly. Like I don't really give a fuck what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you go to church. That's cool. We can agree to disagree.
Yeah,
And if
it's
it means we don't be friends, then so be it. Like I'm not fucked up either way. But like if you want to be friends, then that's cool. Just be a decent person. You know what I'm saying?
being a
Give me
decent
respect.
human being. Yeah, like
Give me respect and I'll give you respect, bro. And that's like the biggest thing that I see, especially nowadays. It's like, oh, you didn't vote for such and such. You don't believe in such and such. You don't follow this religion. Like, okay, bro. Who said I had to?
yeah, as if you needed that in order to get respect from another person. Like, no, that's not.
Right. Right. Now, without like diving into politics, right? Like when it comes to like the politics side of it, some of the way that certain people act for who they voted for is kind of why other people profile all of y'all as a whole because of the way certain people fucking act, right?
Yeah, we're gonna leave that one alone.
But yeah, you got to be biased. But I'm just saying, like, it. I mean, it's the way it is, and it. I mean, it's also in religion. It's also in your little cliques that you have in school, your friends group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, it's all over the place.
and that's like,
Just without even politics, bro. Like me walking down the street. Well, like you open carry, right? Even when you're not at work, you open carry, right? So people see that and they're one or two things. Oh, I respect that. I'm glad he's carrying. I like that he's carrying. Or I fucking hate that and I don't think he should carry that. Like, why does it matter, right?
I think that's bro. Everyone decides to fucking give me a call when I'm in the
Yeah.
middle of it. Happens every time.
But see, that also goes to like you can have your own opinions, your own beliefs. I don't really care that you don't like that I do this or that, but it is what it is.
That's the great thing about this country.
All right. It's just it's another thing to be like me see you in the store open carrying and then start an argument with you because you're let's be honest, expressing your rights. But
Yeah.
you know, that's another topic. But yeah, like that's another thing for me to just start an argument with you for no reason. You were at the grocery store minding your business, buying food, brother.
Yeah.
Why does it fucking matter,
All I
dude?
wanted was my eggs, milk, and my low carb bread. That's it. That is
Right?
it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
y'all had to bring some shit up.
yeah. Because you feel some type of way. Like there's probably six other people in line right now that are also carrying. So why are you upset with me?
And you don't realize it because
Yeah, you're
maybe
only
you're
upset with me because I chose to openly carry it.
yeah, you can see it.
Right, which I don't. That's neither here nor there. But
I definitely open carry.
I don't blame you for it. I just that's a personal preference thing, though. You know what I'm saying? That's a personal preference thing. That's it.
Yeah,
You know what
it
I'm
is.
saying?
It's what it is. And
It's
and
it's like
or
everything else.
depending on your state, right? It's either a law or you have to have certain, licenses
Licenses,
or
right?
whatever.
But I mean, it applies to fucking a lot of other shit. You know what I'm saying? You built your computer the way you built yours. I built mine the way I built mine because it was personal preference. You know what I'm saying? I bought
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
fucking mouse and keyboard I wanted because I wanted it. I'm not gonna hate you because you bought a Logitech mouse. Looks at it.
It's not Logitech.
Right, but like you see what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna be like, oh bro, I have this razor. You gotta have this razor. You absolutely have to buy this. Buy what the fuck you want, dude. Do what the fuck you want. Be what the fuck you want. Who gives a fuck, dude?
I think that's like one of the biggest lessons that we have to learn how to teach kids, and not notice how I said that. We have to learn how to teach the kids, not teach the kids. We have to learn how to teach them because a lot of us were never taught. We heard it a lot, but don't judge a book by its cover. You can't.
Right.
You can't also judge a book by just a few sets of actions
Yeah.
because that doesn't necessarily define. You have to judge a person by their character. Now
Exactly.
the way that they look and the things that they do are a part of their character, yes, but it's not until you dive into a conversation with this person,
You don't know
and
who the fuck they are.
yeah, you really don't know.
Right.
And
And let's be honest, that shit happens way too often where parents are like, don't judge a book by the cover. And then they go to the fucking store with their kids and then they judge a book by its cover.
yeah, or they're in traffic and they somebody's having a bad day and they accidentally cut someone off, and it's like, well,
Right.
that guy's a piece of shit and can't drive.
Right. There you go, judging a book by its cover.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Like you had one
Right.
instance with this person, and
And yep. And now your kids are gonna grow up and do the same shit, right?
yep, because you've ingrained it into them that it's okay.
Right.
I don't know. It's definitely hard to navigate. This is a topic we could talk all day about. It's
Dude,
hard.
I'm raising my kids to be an absolute piece of shit. Fuck all of y'all. No. I'm just playing, bro. I'm just playing.
It's really hard to break away what we have been taught or what we have learned and accept that it might have been wrong
Yeah.
and then teach them the right way. Cuz
Yeah.
like you said at the beginning, right? Like they're teaching you just as much as you're teaching them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and the biggest thing too is teach them to be themselves, not you.
Yeah.
You know? And that's like the God, that is the biggest thing, and I cannot stress enough. That is the biggest thing that I am so glad my mom understands was to teach me to be myself and
Yeah.
not who she wants me to be or be her because she understands that I'm my own person. I'm not her. I'm gonna have different life experiences, no, minus the fact that we grew up in different eras, right? I'm gonna have different life experiences, like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're gonna have different habits, like all of that.
And with that being said, that's episode 2. Go ahead and do it. Yeah.
I hate each and no. Damn, I'm in my villain era. I love each and every one of you. Have a greater day than you did yesterday and today. Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.